Triple H's backstage power struggle with Vince McMahon, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns' WWE heat, some crazy WWE tag team plans, and more.
Because it's got a great lineup of interviewees. Can anyone else hear that? Can anyone? No, it can't be. No, it wouldn't be that. No. No, it's gone now. No, maybe it's just me. Odd.
Is the world really ready for a world champion with that facial hair? Could that be too much moustache? I just hope Vince doesn't have the moustache anymore. Can you hear it? The music again. Can anyone else hear that?
There it is again. Wes, I'm gonna be honest now, I'm actually starting to get a little bit concerned with this music, as Ollie's hearing it too, which means it's not just me. Actually, hang on. Have you seen Ollie today?
I don't think I have.
Very strange.
No, please no! 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 No, please no! Oh my God! Oh God, it hurts! It hurts so bad! Ah! Oh God! No mustache! Oh yes, I feel so sexy now with my moustache. Join me, Swaff Nation. Donate to our Movember Just Giving page by clicking the link in the video description below and grow your own moustache. Email in proof of your donation and a picture of your moustache to support@WrestleTalk.com and we'll give you your own moustache break right here on the WrestleTalk News. Yes, moustache. Let's get Luke too. Yes, everyone must have moustaches. Oh, apart from that guy. Cameron Grimes wrestled what was supposed to be his last NXT match in November 2022, culminating a feud with Joe Gacy. After 4 years in developmental and great runs in PWG and TNA before that, he was finally set to join the main roster. That happened to coincide with a small problem. Vince McMahon believed he had been tricked out of WWE, retiring after mounting sexual misconduct allegations, and was trying to force his way back in control. Over the next year plus, a power struggle played out between Vince McMahon and the person who had replaced him as head of creative, Triple H. Vince aggressively took control back of the company at the start of 2023, claiming he was only there to complete a sale of WWE, but there were numerous reports at the time that said he couldn't stay out of creative. After half a year of relative stability and increasing business under Paul Levesque, Vince was apparently starting to change TV scripts just hours before the show again. There were many pieces of collateral damage in that struggle, and in an interview with Denise Salcedo, Grimes has revealed his main roster career was one of them, including some insights into what was going on between Triple H and Vince at the time.
You know, at the very beginning when I got drafted there was still kind of a power struggle happening. You know, Vince was gone, but he wasn't gone, and Hunter was in charge, but he wasn't fully in charge. So what I would know is that, like, I would be on the script, and then it would go to Vince, and he would change the script. And I don't think he really liked NXT guys, right? So the changes that would always happen would be me being taken off the show. So, you know, that happened for, you know, a couple months until finally, you know, Vince was completely gone.
Grimes reflects that by the time Hunter was fully in charge, he had somewhat missed his moment, as SmackDown had become a very hot show that was focused in on the Bloodline story and building the other programs for that year's WrestleMania. He would be released in April, but he believes he'll be back in WWE one day. Thankfully, Vince is gone now. And everything is totally harmonious now backstage in WWE, where the only heat you'll find is from the giant electric blankets everyone snuggles under. But just one more thing. Their two biggest stars sound pretty frosty with each other. In an interview with the Flagrant podcast, Cody Rhodes spoke about his backstage relationship with Roman Reigns, revealing, "We just don't have any interaction." While Cody said he doesn't have a bad word to say about Reigns, and he's never heard of Reigns saying anything negative about him, Rhodes claims they have only ever had 2 conversations since he returned to WWE in 2022. "I've wrestled this guy at 2 WrestleManias. 2 conversations. One telling him that I was coming on board and I was looking forward to it," which is quite something when they've had multiple angles and 4 separate matches together. But one of those conversations might reveal why there's some distance between them. Cody mentions in the interview that he might have apologized to Roman for comments he'd made about him in the past. This is probably in relation to a brief online spat between them in 2017, when Rhodes was working for Ring of Honor, where he would claim he was the biggest draw in wrestling. He was a heel. Someone sent a clip of this to Reigns, to which Roman responded, "I don't even need to click the link and watch it. If that house didn't draw over 100,000, he's just talking silly. #walkovertalk. The irony there being Reigns didn't draw 100,000 fans for his show either. Remember, this was in a time when none of us liked Roman Reigns, and when arguably the 100,000 fans came for the name WrestleMania, not Big Dog. Rhodes, who was spearheading an anti-WWE indie boom with Ring of Honor that would eventually lead to the creation of AEW, fired back in a promo. There was a tweet earlier today that's got under my skin. I'm sure I'm not allowed to say his name, but I will read the tweet. Actually, the most important part is simple. A certain superstar decided to say #walkovertalk. Man, for so long I thought that tactical vest was just covering up his pot belly. I thought that tactical vest was just covering up failed drug tests. It was covering up something much worse. It was covering up envy. For reference, Roman had then very recently been suspended for a wellness policy violation. And yes, he was still wearing the Shield vest. Rhodes says now that he believes he apologized for those comments, but that he and Roman have never talked about any of that since. Sure, that's how apologies work. The second conversation was apparently at Bad Blood last month, where they main evented teaming together against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, where Rhodes thanked Reigns for the show's ticket sales, but Roman apparently didn't reciprocate. "I got nothing back, which, you know, it's a unique relationship. While it's possible Cody and Roman's relationship is strictly professional, where they only turn up, do their segment or match together, and then leave without saying a single additional word to each other, this could also be a case of pro wrestlers being pro-wrestlery. Cody could be blending kayfabe in here with shoot comments to make it seem like there is more animosity between them than there is, for the purpose of better wrestling feuds down the line. You might have noticed in Cody's 2017 comments there that he said Roman had a pot belly. It's 7 years since he said that. Maybe he feels bad for criticizing a guy's body like that. Nope! If anything, Cody wants us to do that more. On the same podcast, Cody disagreed with fans who think body shaming other wrestlers in storylines or promos should be off limits. This is a vanity business. There's this weird online contingent that doesn't realize how important that physique is. We're wrestling with our shirts off, folks. It's okay to go the gym. And do you hear fans be like, "You can't body shame wrestlers"? What are you talking about? We're standing there half naked and you're paying hundreds of dollars to see us. Body shame me all you want. Well, challenge accepted, Cody. I mean, just look. She, looking pretty tight there, looking pretty tight all over. My moustache is making this more homoerotic than I intended. I know! You've got a tattoo! Interestingly, Cody also said he aims to wrap up his full-time career when he's 45, so in 6 years as he's 39 now, quick maths. After which he is considering having a management position in WWE. He feels he failed at a backstage role in AEW, but he learned a lot which he would like another go at. Hopefully during that time he can have one last tag match with his brother Dustin Rhodes, who is reportedly in contract negotiations right now with AEW, despite being both a tag and 6-man tag team champion over there. And their possible opponents in a WWE reunion? Logan Paul and Dominic Mysterio! Dear God, The Heat. Logan Paul has said on his Implosive podcast that he has pitched a tag team with him and Latino cheat Dom Mysterio, and it didn't seem like it was off the table when he spoke about it to Triple H. In more celebrity crossover news, WrestleVotes is reporting, we're told WWE has held advanced discussions with Travis Scott for a potential appearance on Raw's Netflix debut. It was reported yesterday that Rhea Ripley's NXT parking lot beatdown angle was actually to cover for a legitimate injury, a fractured right orbital socket, which is believed to have happened during a headbutt spot on last Monday's episode of Raw, when she brawled with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. PW Insider is now reporting that NXT beatdown angle was a late addition to the show and was likely filmed there rather than the next episode of main roster TV because it's based in Orlando and Ripley wouldn't have to fly to film it. Also, she's been pulled from the Raw taping in Saudi Arabia this weekend. Over in AEW, Wednesday's episode of Dynamite stayed, well, practically exactly the same as the last several weeks in viewership, drawing 628,000 viewers and a 0.19 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. They did have a much-needed breakthrough angle on YouTube though, where their clip of Bobby Lashley's debut at the end of Wednesday's show is currently at 1.1 million views. This is over double the views of the next most watched clip. And Fightful Select have reported MVP and Shelton Benjamin have received praise behind the scenes for how they've approached their work, like MVP handling his previous issues with Chris Jericho when he first arrived. AEW are going to need them to become successful draws, as following Private Party beating them for the tag team titles on Wednesday, PW Insider is reporting the Young Bucks are set to go on a planned hiatus, and that the title loss was the end to their current storyline. It is speculated they'll feature in some way for a potential Kenny Omega in-ring return at January's Wrestle Dynasty show. Please click the link in the video description below to donate to our Movember cause and to raise awareness for men's health. And remember to send in proof of your donation and a picture of your own moustache to get your very own moustache break right here on the Wrestle Talk News. I'll see you Sunday for our Crown Jewel coverage, but in the meantime, click the video on screen now to watch mine and Luke's 3-count predictions for the PLE.